You won't believe what happened when we went after a scammer and found their house. This isn't some clickbait, it's real. This is the moment the hunter becomes the hunted. What started as a normal anti-scam mission took a twist so wild that the scammer literally freaked out when they realized we had their location. You're about to see. A scammer who thought they were untouchable. A digital trail that leads straight to their doorstep. A reaction you have to see to believe. Forget everything you think you know about scammers. This isn't a voice recording or a fake dramatization. This is them losing it. The moment they see the evidence, well, let's just say things get chaotic. If you've ever wondered if somebody actually tracks down scammers and makes them panic in real time, this is it. Watch closely, because what they thought was safe and far away turns out was right under their nose. By the end of this video, you'll be questioning everything about how scammers operate and how easy it is to expose them. And you'll understand why people are calling this one of the wildest exposures on the channel. Let's get into the chaos before they come after us. It all started with a routine dive into scammer infrastructure. You know, the kind where we connect with fraudsters pretending to be a victim, get them to reveal their tricks, tools, and bank accounts. But this time, something felt different. Instead of just calling scammers on their VoIP numbers or trapping them with fake crypto wallets, this lead was shaky, like the fraudster didn't know he was being watched at all. We reached out under a controlled pretext, something believable enough to get the scammer to open up. In many of our operations, we mirror the victim's tech setup to avoid suspicion, make it seem like we're gullible and clueless. But the goal is always to learn enough to flip the script. From the first message, we noticed the scammer wasn't careful. Tiny bits of metadata slipped through, ping times, server info, snippets of network data that shouldn't have been exposed. It was like he left a breadcrumb trail and didn't even know it. Scammers usually cloud their traffic, VPNs, proxies, virtual machines, fake certificates, the full cloak and dagger. But this one was sloppy. Not ordinary sloppy, comically careless. The real breakthrough happened when a series of tiny reveals lined up. Repeated IP info from different calls, subtle language cues, regional idioms that pinpointed a specific city, and worst of all for him, a busted VPN that kept reverting to his real location. Suddenly, we had not just tech breadcrumbs, we had a predictably repeating pattern to latch onto. Every call, every dropped packet was another clue. Data points stacked on top of each other until it was statistically undeniable. At this point, we cross-checked the pattern with public data, open-source intelligence tools, and social footprints that many scammers forget to scrub. Old forums, abandoned game accounts, forgotten posts. Every tiny old username linked back to a persona that didn't match the scam identity. It was like unmasking a ghost. Then came the moment of truth, mapping the approximate coordinates from the leaks to a physical address. A real house, a real front door, a real person whose entire scam operation was about to be exposed. That's when things went from cyber investigation to real-world confrontation. Because once you have a location, the dynamic changes. And the reaction, you'll see it's not something scammers are prepared for. When we started putting all the data together, it wasn't just one clue, it was a chain reaction. One little mistake from the scammer triggered another, and then another. It was like watching a line of dominoes fall, except these weren't plastic tiles. They were hard evidences that led back to one place. As the IP logs stabilized, we realized the VPN he was using kept leaking fragments of his true network traffic. That's when our analysts noticed a pattern consistent only with a residential ISP, not a commercial server farm or cloud host where most scammers hide. That's odd, really odd. Most scam operations use rented servers in random countries to obfuscate their true origin. Not this one. Instead, every leak pointed toward a consistent subnet, one belonging to a consumer broadband provider. And that means one thing, a specific house, not a vague region. To be certain, we layered in other techniques, triangulating DNS leaks, verifying timestamps with known regional ISP behavior, and even analyzing the language cadence in audio clips to narrow down the accent and likely geography. It's stuff that sounds nerdy, but when you have enough pieces of evidence, the picture becomes crystal clear. Then came the moment where we had to double-check everything. running the suspected address through multiple independent public records, mapping historical wireless access point footprints, and confirming that, yes, the geographical clues lined up perfectly with the leaked data. This wasn't guesswork anymore. This was precision mapping. With a physical address on the table, it became time to pivot from digital tracking to observation. And that's where things got intense. Once we knew exactly where the scammer was, all of the theoretical stuff, all of the maths, logs, ping protocols, turned into a real place. And when we reached out to him pretending to be a naive target, his reactions shifted almost immediately. Suddenly, questions became defensive. His tone changed. You could hear panic seep in. It's the moment when confidence breaks and fear takes over, when a person realizes the game has flipped. But it didn't stop at reactions. Because once the evidence was in hand, logs, geotraces, time-stamped records, we had the undeniable proof that connected the scammer to that very location. It wasn't emotional anymore, it was forensic. And the best part, when we confronted him with the evidence, that's when the panic set in, the shaking, the disbelief, the frantic attempt to deny it all. It was the exact reaction we knew would happen the second this scammer realized they weren't hidden anymore. We'll break down exactly how that moment unfolded in the next section, because that's where the real chaos begins. You probably think scammers stay calm and collected, right? Like they're always behind the mask, never breaking a sweat. But this guy, he wasn't prepared for anything we threw at him. Once we had the physical address and started layering actual evidence in the interactions, his responses changed almost instantly. At first, it was subtle, a pause, a hesitation in his speech, the kind you only notice when you're analyzing every word like we do. Then the tone shifted. From confident to jittery, from manipulative to defensive. It was like watching someone go from a lion to a cornered cat in seconds. We didn't even have to explicitly say that we knew his location at first. Just dropping hints about specific network details and fun facts about where he might be triggered those cracks in the facade. Then the real breakthrough, bringing up distinct details that only someone with access to the ISB info could know. That's when his composure shattered. And you could hear it, the tremble in his voice, the rushed words, the stuttering denials. He tried to laugh it off, deflect, and even tried to hang up multiple times, classic scammer behavior. But once enough evidence was presented, there was no going back. The funniest part? He started pleading, begging, trying to salvage reputation, backpedaling like someone caught with their hand in the cookie jar. But this wasn't just about embarrassment, this was about exposure. People fear reputational damage far more than legal trouble sometimes. And seeing the panic in his voice, priceless. And then came the moments that made this video go viral, when we started using real screenshots of the mapping, juxtaposed with his reactions in real time. That made the entire internet lose it. People in the comments were stunned at how easily scammers can be tracked when they slip up. Others said it gave them hope that fraudsters don't always get away with it. Seeing this scammer unravel, not over clever hacks, not over drama, but over pure forensic evidence was the exact espresso shot of satisfaction millions of viewers needed. This wasn't just another, we tricked a scammer clip. This was a social expose. And the reactions online. Explosive. Every security forum lit up. Every anti-fraud community shared it. And people started talking about how easy it is to protect themselves by understanding these methods. Because once you strip away the mystery of cyber investigations and show how human error leads to exposure, it becomes empowering. So what's the real takeaway here? Scammers aren't ghosts hiding in the digital mist. They're humans with flaws, slips, and patterns. And sometimes, all it takes is one tiny mistake for an entire house of cards to come crashing down. This video wasn't just about finding a scammer's house. It was about proving something bigger. That digital detectives with the right tools can hold fraudsters accountable. You saw the panic, the denials, the collapse of confidence, not because of luck, but because of methodical tracking and real evidence. And that's the lesson for you. Don't let scammers intimidate you. Learn how they operate. Know that mistakes expose them. And most importantly, protect yourself with knowledge. If this video inspired you, drop a comment, smash that like button, and share it with someone who needs to see it. Want more breakdowns of scamming tactics and real-world takedowns like this? Then hit that subscribe/TikTok follow, because we're just getting started. And remember, scammers may be sneaky, but evidence always wins.